can we hot foil on paper other than the usual white smooth that is recommended? I pulled out all sorts of papers and played and can definitely answer yes, and with gorgeous results. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik and I have so many cards to show you because I just couldn't stop trying surface after surface. I just recently purchased the Spellbinders treasured cardstock in both the gold and the silver. And they are amazing collections of all the different kinds of glitter and metallic variety you could possibly want. You get glitter metallic matte, brushed, mirror, and pearl. And here's a quick look at all the gold variety. And then in the silver too, you get the glitter, matte, brushed, mirror, and pearl. So no matter what you could possibly want, you have them here. I had a play with some new press plates that I got from Spellbinders. I loved the Disco Impressions from Carissa Wiley, and I used that on many of my cards. And then there are sentiments that are better press plates and die sets, two in that set. And then this is a hot foil plate, and you will see that in many of the cards that I share. This is the first one I made, and I used the glitter cardstock, glitter metallic from Spellbinders to make the disco balls. I used the gold there, and then I used the gold matte, and then the card base itself was a blue mirror card. So all sorts of different surfaces there. And each one is just beautiful with all those new press plates. Now, of course, I could use ink in my Better Press system with all of these, but they can also be used in the Glimmer system with the shine of hot foil, and that's how I did it on all my cards. And also, all the details on all the cards I share will be on my blog, and links to the blog posts and products featured are in the description box. What about velvet paper? I had some of this in my stash and I haven't used it in a long time, and the answer is yes. Look at that pretty background that is in the velvet paper, and then there's some more silver mirror card with red foil, and I added a sentiment there. So all of those different surfaces make gorgeous cards too. And then of course regular designer paper works beautifully. Another mirror ball, right? And some more sentiments from that set on that one. And then I wondered about vellum. Now you can use lighter weight vellum, and I have used it in the past, but in this case I used a thicker one. It lays beautifully. I did that same background. I actually layered up 3 of the disco balls there for that, and another sparkle on my friend, another sentiment from that one set. So obviously I was having a great time playing with all of these new press plates. Now I also received the Bestie alphabet beads, which is a press plate and die set, and you can make all sorts of really fun friendship bracelets, which are very popular right now. And then I got the Bestie sentiments from Spellbinders as well. These are the dies that I got to go with that. So these are the hands that you put the bracelets on, and then these are all sorts of dies that you can cut out beads with, and then the actual bracelets. All sorts of dies with that set. And here's the first card that I made with those. I used the heart hands, and I actually die cut a heart here. The heart that I showed here is not one of these, but it's from an older Spellbinders set. So I cut out a heart, and I made the heart hands, of course, and then I said, choose joy. The world needs more. So that is a beautiful card made again with all the new Spellbinders products that I just recently received. So I'm going to create a Christmas card with many of these press plates and dies. As I worked with the disco ball, I thought it reminded me of a globe or the world. I made many of these disco balls, and this one was on a designer paper with a coating, but it foiled beautifully, and it's going to be my world. I'm going to make 3 hands holding the world with joy, peace, and love, which are my favorite Christmas words. So I have my Glimmer heated up. It's ready to go. I have that beautiful background, and I have a piece of Christmas designer paper. It was 6 by 6, but I cut it in half, and I'm going to have 2, and I'm going to put it together for the background. So once this is hot, of course, then you put your foil on upside down, and then you put your paper on, and you can turn your timer on. I want this paper to be right up to the top there. Oh. Maybe I should use this probably. It's pretty good. And then of course you put your shims on, and you wait for your timer. I'm going to try to do this under my camera, and I don't have a lot of room here, but I will move it out of the way, bring my Spellbinders Platinum 6 up, and run it through. Of course, those are the steps that you use when you're using the Glimmers plates. Waiting for the timer here. My favorite foils to use are the ones that have movement or shimmer sequins in there, and then the rainbow foil, and those are the 2 that I'm going to use. So the timer is ready, so I'm going to move it out of the way and pull this out, and then I'm going to try to bring my Platinum 6 up here, and then you put it in, and you run it through. So it really is simple how you add foil to all of these papers. So I'm going to put it back in because we're going to foil one more thing. See how that beautiful background is, and I'm going to put the globe right in the middle there. And of course this paper here we could use again, so I will keep that. I'm going to move this off. Heavier one. I think I'll use this. It's hot, of course, so we're going to get it out of the way. And then I am going to foil the letters for the friendship bracelets, so I'm going to put those there. And put the rainbow foil on there. That seemed perfect. And then I am using I played and played with this to get the right surface to make these alphabet beads with. And what I ended up liking, I needed to be a little thicker, so I ended up using some watercolor paper, and then I put some sticky two-sided sheets from the Stamps of Life on the back. So when it's done, I can die cut them out, and then they'll be sticky already to put right on the bracelets. So I tried regular thinner white cardstock, and nothing seemed to work as well as the watercolor paper. So that's what I ended up using. It was like a mid-weight watercolor weight. So while we're waiting, I will show you the other things, the other elements that I'm going to use. I have die cut 3 of the heart hands, and all in colors of skins of people all over the world. So we have, of course, the white, and then the dark brown or black, and then I also have a lighter brown, and I have die cut some hearts, and we're going to make some friendship bracelets. And then our heart hands are going to hold the world. That's the premise that I'm going with. I think it'll work. So this is ready. I'm going to pull it off. Run it through. Get that out of the way. So these alphabet pieces are ready to go in all different colors. I like the rainbow look, and there is a die that cuts these out. And then after you do run it through with your die cut, you have something like this. You have all the letters, and of course there's, you know, 6 A's and several B's and, you know, several R's and all sorts of the letters that you use a lot of, you get many of. So you're going to be able to make a lot of words with this. And again, this is right on a sticky two-sided piece, so we'll be able to make our bracelets very easily. So I have 2 pieces of this paper, and I'm going to tape them together to make my background. And I think I will just take regular two-sided tape. It's not two-sided, it's just regular tape here. Okay. And then I'm going to line this center part up. And I want to cut this background down to a 5 1/4 inch square. So right now it's 6 inches wide. So let's cut off, let's see where we're at. Not enough room here. Okay, so I want to cut it down to 5 1/4 inches wide. So take the side off and then go to 5 1/4. And I'm a little short, I think. But we'll just have to make it do. We're close. And then we know that this is 6 inches. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the top. And then again go to 5 1/4. But seems how that other one was a little short, let's make this one a little short too. And that is my background, and it's okay that there's a little more around the edge there. So let's glue this on. Without the top. The other day I made a card and was completely finished, and I had put the card front on totally upside down. And that one, you know, there was no turning it around. So it kind of, so I'm going to raise this up and put it in the center. So this background is the sparkle background, and I did it twice so that I had the rays coming on all directions. So the top of the world is there, and that is centered in that background. Then we're going to take our hands. Now, to save a little time, I have the third hand already done, and that one says peace. And so I am picturing the hands holding the globe or the world with these heart hands. And so as part of the set, you get some of these beads, bracelets, to start that you can put your letters on. So I'm going to spell, I have two of them ready here, and I'm going to spell love and joy, which is of course what we wish for the world and everyone we know. Let's take different colors of the rainbow, and then Y, and these are sticky on the back, of course, so they're gonna, once you get them in place, they're gonna stick. And then I did some of the hearts from that same die set, and I have room to add some more. I mean, you could go crazy. There was all sorts of different shapes. You can say whatever you want on these friendship bracelets. I think I'm yeah, I think I'm going to play a lot more with this. Really fun. And this has a sticky paper on the back as well, so they stay right in place on the bracelet. And then I think I will use glue to attach these. It looks like only one of the hearts is going to show, but that's okay. I think I'm going to have to trim that other heart off. But there's our joy with one heart. And then I want to say love. L-O. see. And then that one's going to be on that wrist. Now the extra of the bracelet can go behind or be trimmed off. I think I'm going to trim this side off. That doesn't seem to want to go behind. This one is kind of going okay. I'm going to put thin adhesive strips on these hands to raise them up just a little bit and to attach them. So feels that like that's enough there. You could use, like, you know, little pop dots, of course, but because these fingers are so thin, I just thought it would make sense to use something that could go out, and it's also bendable, which is really nice. So I can get those set up with adhesive strips to raise it a little bit very quickly. Alright, so our two hands are down here, and our other hand is going to be up here. But I kind of want them touching. And we're surrounding the world with peace, joy, and love, which is good any time of the year, right? All right. Sometimes getting those covers off are the hardest thing, right? I can see it started, but it doesn't want to come with my fingers. There it is. So this idea would be perfect for Christmas or any time of the year. The disco ball is turned into the world, and we have loving hands with peace, joy, and love, words that are perfect all year-round. I had great time trying all of these Spellbinders press plates and die sets on all sorts of papers, and I hope my cards encourage you to give some of the ideas and products a try. Watch the next video for some more ideas with better press and glimmer plates.